Hey guys, Chris the Batman statue collector here, and I just wanted to do kind of a little bit of walk and talk basically today to maybe get some ideas from you guys. So if you watched my recent video on purchasing some of the J&D statues, my idea was to take the movie stuff from down below and put them back in the middle. Obviously the Heath Ledger Joker, the big one is gone, but I thought, okay, well maybe I will put some of the statues back on the podiums, and that would still separate the movie pieces out. Okay, you could still see a couple of them there. Okay, also like Heath Ledger Joker in the middle. Obviously, there would be Bane, there would be Catwoman, there'd be Dark Knight Batman. Catwoman would probably go back, right here. Maybe Bane right there. I'm not sure. Robert Pattinson in the back. Okay, so that is kind of what I'm thinking possibly for the middle. But I also wanted to show you this. So I got to thinking about, well, what if I put the movie statues back here in the back? And obviously would remove some of the comic book pieces and put them down below, which I've done, and I'll show you that in a second. But I just wanted to give you kind of a look. Like, what would you think if maybe I move, like if I do put the movie pieces back here, and I don't have very many movie pieces, and I probably won't in the long run. So, I could have maybe, 4 or 5 there, 4 or 5 here. And I think I would be fine. If I move Tactical Throne and put it back in the middle, let's say, and made that the centerpiece of the room, because some of you have not liked the Tactical Throne back here. I did just try it back here. The problem is it does overlap the shelf. It doesn't really bother me necessarily, but I could definitely see me, I'm okay with it. I think it looks good under the Bat bike. I think that looks good. But at the same time, and plus I can plug it into the plug-in so the screen would come on. But at the same time, it does stick off the shelf, and I know that bothers some of you. It doesn't really bother me at all. But anyway, if I do put my movie pieces back here, I would probably move this back to the center of the room and build a pedestal for that, some sort of stand. So again, this is kind of what it looks like with the movie pieces down here. And I do think that they look good. I think it looks good with the lights on them. And I'm going to kind of come back here a little bit so you guys can kind of see what the wall would look like. Now, my issue is, let's say I put movie pieces here and here and here. So I would probably put Michael Keaton and Catwoman there. And if they ever did a DeVito, maybe in the middle. But I would have the two of those together there. And then probably like all the Dark Knight ones together. So like it would be Bane, Joker, Catwoman, Dark Knight Batman, like all in one. And then maybe over here would be some oddball pieces like, I've got the Robert Pattinson because he's kind of by himself. Maybe they'll do some eventually. I also have the Queen Studios Joker, so maybe he would also go over there with Robert Pattinson. I don't know. But what do you guys think about me mixing? What do you think about mixing the movie pieces? So this whole row would be movie pieces. And then I would still have the comic book stuff up top. Because I do like the way the Bat bike looks up there. What do you guys think of that? Okay, so that's the first thing. So I want your opinion on the movie stuff. Okay. Also, I have done a little bit of moving around over here. Let me show you. So I moved Deathstroke over here. And I don't know if I love him there, but the reason I did that was because I put Penguin right over here. And I put in the Batman Triumphant. He doesn't have the Batarang hand because, again, whenever I include it, it won't, my ceiling's too low. So I can't have it there. I do still love the Penguin. I don't know if I love it as, I actually like the Deathstroke better in this spot, but what do you guys think about Batman Triumphant? I have debated whether to sell him. I just don't know. Of course, it does look good. Sorry, I'm stepping over all my stuff here on the floor. But what do you think of him there as opposed to Deathstroke? Okay, that's another question. All right, I also moved these guys down below. And it looks small on camera, but in person, I think they look pretty good down there, actually. Just to put some of the Batman statues down below. I also did something similar, just kind of trying out a few statues here as well, just to kind of fill the gap. So if I did put the movie pieces, let's say, back there, you know, I would need to have some of these comic book pieces down below. And so something like that. And again, I think on camera they look a little small, but in person they look pretty good down there. Also, I moved this guy over to the entrance. This, of course, is the Batman versus Killer Croc. So just to give you kind of an idea, like as you come into the room, it is 1/4 scale, but it's large. And then it kind of transitions in then to all of the 3rd scales going down the row. I also considered putting, let's say I kept the movie pieces down there. I could also put the movie pieces down below here and get rid of all the podiums and just put a couch in the middle. And if I did that, where would I put the other stuff? So like the tactical throne, could I put it right here besides Batman and Killer Croc and just move everything else down, or start moving some statues down below? What do you guys think about tactical throne right there? And do a couple of 1/4 scale pieces and then transition into the 3rd scale. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with the collection. Again, big shocker that I don't know what to do. But just to give you kind of an idea of the room, I do like that stuff's down there finally. So I think that that's kind of a good way to start. You know, again, I could put the tactical throne in the middle and call it good. I could put tactical throne right here. I could make a bigger podium and do the Killer Croc versus Batman. Maybe some of the Batman statues in the middle, like I had talked about before. But the main thing is I want you guys to weigh in on the movie stuff. Do you guys like it in the middle to keep it separated, have all the movie stuff in the middle? Or do you dig having the movie pieces kind of back here? Again, I'm not going to get very many, and I don't know if they're ever going to make any more. So, you know, just to have 4 on each side, 2 there, 4 there. But do you like the way that looks with the movie pieces? Again, let me kind of get in close so you can see what that looks like. Do you like the movie pieces, though, mixed with the comic book pieces up top? And again, I would have to, like, you know, pieces like these would have to go down below on the sides, kind of spread out, you know? But that would also, again, fill the bottoms. So let me know what you guys think. That's kind of really the main thing, is I wanted your advice on the movie pieces. And also, what do you think of tactical throne there? You know, if it stays there, movie pieces would go back to the middle. So again, just kind of let me know what you guys think. Do you like the movie pieces here? Do you like tactical throne there? Or do you think tactical throne needs to be in the middle? Keep the movie pieces all back here, or keep the movie pieces off to the down, either down below, like where the penguin is right there, kind of fill this whole gap with, you know, I could fill this entire, this gap is massive. So I could put all of the movie pieces right here. But again, it's a lot of money down the bottom. Or put them in the middle on these podiums like I had in the last video. So it would look kind of like this. You know, I kind of like get used to Catwoman here. Maybe Heath Ledger Joker there. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Well, thanks for tuning in today, guys. Really appreciate it. And hope you have a great day. Thanks for any advice you give me down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.